I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of love, and that can create ongoing stress or anxiety. And then the subconscious says, okay, I feel like crap, what can I do to feel better? Oh, I know, let's eat, drink, smoke. My biggest beef with the health and sick care industry in this country and in Western society is that it's mostly based on treating symptoms, because it's more profitable to keep someone buying symptoms, whether it's appointments with a doctor or taking medication or whatever. As long as you're always treating symptoms, you never have to treat the real cause. And then the person remains dependent on the practitioner or the remedy, if you call it that, to treat the symptoms. So if you look at the most surface level symptom in a common issue, let's just say weight problems. So the most surface level issue or state that someone is in is they're fat. Okay, there's obesity or they're just overweight. That's a state. There's a physical state that they're in. It's hormonal, it's health, it's physicality. There's a number of factors, but that is the effect of lack of exercise and too much eating, pretty much. Okay. The behavior, right? The cause of that state is behavior. And that is a symptom as well. But that behavior is eating junk food or eating too much food, not moving enough. And if you behave in that way, you will have an unhealthy state. So people say, well, let's just change the behavior. And in my former life, 24 years ago, I got my master's degree in nutrition. So I was briefly in that field working on just giving people advice to change their eating behavior to lose weight. And as you can imagine, that didn't work most of the time. And that I was very discouraged, and that led me to getting out of that field and ultimately led me to getting to being a hypnotist. So that's the behavior. We know that diets and willpower fail most of the time because trying to change the behavior is like dealing with something downstream of the real cause. By the time it gets there, it's very hard to control. Everyone has experienced that. Now, what causes that behavior? Let's just say emotional eating or overeating. Comfort food eating. It's emotions. A person feels uncomfortable. They could be sad. They could be angry, stressed, anxious, whatever it might be. So they're feeling uncomfortable, and their subconscious says, I need to feel better right now. How can I help? Oh, I know. Let's have a few beers. Let's have a couple cigarettes. Let's eat a pint of ice cream. And generally, those things will make the person feel better temporarily because it distracts from unpleasant feelings, or it gives them a sense of pleasure because of the sugar or because of relaxation or whatever it is, and mission accomplished. And that is what can create a habit or a compulsive habit where the person feels an urge that they need to do this thing. And to an extreme example, this would be an addiction. So that's the emotional cause of the behavior. Now, we could just work on emotions. We could just take, antidepressants or anti-anxiety meds, which have mixed results and can cause other problems. But that's not dealing with why they're feeling that way. The emotion is also an effect of the way someone is thinking. It could be a one-time thought, like, something scary happens, like a snake falls on my head or something. That's not a habitual thought. It just happened. But that scares me because it's a perceived threat. I have a fear response. And then I'm going to engage in some behavior to alleviate that fear, which is usually like beat the crap out of the snake, or more likely just run like hell away from it. And that's how the thought, feeling, behavior sequence takes place. So the thought can be any number of things. It can be, I'm not safe, which is probably the most common cause of anxiety, that belief. And it can be specific. I'm not safe around dogs. I'm not safe in airplanes. I'm not safe when giving a presentation, or I'm not safe in my body or on this planet or going outside. Okay, so I'm not safe causes anxiety. The other could be something like, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of love. And that can create ongoing stress or anxiety. And then the subconscious says, okay, I feel like crap. What can I do to feel better? Oh, I know. Let's eat, drink, smoke, porn, Facebook, whatever, to distract myself. And if there's an acute perceived threat, then the answer is panic or fear, and that's going to be, escape or avoid. And that explains someone who will not leave their house, or will not get on an airplane, or needs to get out of an elevator as the doors close.